line. It is the basic of all drawings, or what you're going to use to do your design drawings. And by practicing it, you can become very proficient at drawing short lines, straight lines, long lines, and your design drawings will be much easier to understand. So in this practice, we're going to fill a half a page of your sketchbook with, you guessed it, lines. We're going to do some vertical lines, horizontal lines, and diagonal lines. And you're going to start by choking up in your pencil and locking your wrist. You're going to ghost the line, kind of pretend to draw it, and go back and forth a couple of times, and then put the pencil down and lightly create a line. Then move down and create another line. See if you can make the lines as parallel as possible and as straight as possible, as well as the same distance. If one line isn't, make a correction on the next line. We're going to fill up half the page. When you get to the bottom, you can go back up to the top. Remember to lock your wrist, and the motion is coming from your shoulder, kind of like a pendulum. Just a quick, fast. We're going to do some shorter lines here, quick, fast. Move down a little bit at a time. If you want to start longer lines, you can do that. Kind of trying to make sections, of different length lines on your sketchbook. Now the secret is, when we want to change the direction of the line, we actually turn our book and we create the same motion that we did for the first set of lines, but this way we're drawing vertical lines on the paper. Decide on what size you want the lines to be. Create some spaces, just like I am doing, different rectangles or squares. Fill in all of the spaces on your paper. Here I'm doing some long lines to go along with the first lines I drew. Okay, when you finish that, you're going to turn it again, maybe a diagonal, and create some diagonal lines of different sizes that go across your paper. All the time, practicing the exact same stroke. And after you've finished creating some spaces, this is the fun part where you can start blocking off and creating shapes and spaces and maybe letters. I'm doing an O here. Make some rectangles, place some shapes inside of it. Just using the lines that I've created to create spaces and shapes and forms or letters. Oh, hello there. I'm Designs Mr. McEwen. So, you want to learn more about sketching? Come on in.